श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम् अखण्डानन्दसम्बोधः वन्दनात् यस्य जायते गोविन्दं तमहं वन्दे चिदानन्दतनुं गुरुम्. Yesterday we were seeing the 17th shloka. मृदादिकारणं नित्यं त्रिजुगालेषु दर्शनात् घटाद्यनित्यं तत्कार्यं यत्तन्नाश ईक्ष्यते यतः तन्नाश ईक्ष्यते. So the clay etc. cause and the pot etc. effect. The pot effect, clay etc. cause is eternal. Okay, because it is seen in all the three periods of time. And pot etc. effect is non-eternal because it is not seen in three periods of time. Three periods of time. By 3 periods of time, we said before the creation of pot, clay existed. During the creation of pot, the clay existed, even when the pot is there. And after the destruction of the pot, the clay exists. Okay, because it has more existence period than the clay, than the pot. Clay is accepted to be eternal, not in the sense of eternal. We saw this yesterday. Because if you zero down on the cause for the clay, then we will understand it is caused by paramanu, atom. Atom is what is eternal. Okay, then what is the cause for atom? We have to go even before the atom. Then we understood that atom is also not eternal because it's also an effect. When the self and the ignorance seemingly comes into association, because of that association, three things are created. One is time, the other is space, the third one is atom, etc. Causation. Time, space, and causation. Time, space, and atom, etc. They are created when the association of self and ignorance comes into picture. Okay, so now that is an example, and we have an exemplified. In Sanskrit, we call it a drishtanta, example. Darshtanta is exemplified. Drishtanta, darshtanta. Drishtanta, darshtanta. Example, exemplified. That's how we say in Sanskrit. Okay, now we saw the example, drishtanta. For darshtanta, he says similarly. Tatha. Tatha is similarly. तथैतज्जगत् सर्वम् अनित्यं ब्रह्म कार्यतः तत्कारणं परं ब्रह्म भवे नित्यं मृदादिवत्. तथा एतत् जगत् सर्वं. Similarly, all this creation, this jagat sarvam, sarvam jagat, all this creation, whatever you see in the creation, sarvam anityam, they are all non-eternal. Because it's a creation. Creation of what? Brahma karyatah, because it's a creation of Brahman. Because it is a creation of Brahman, it is not eternal. Whatever is an effect, it's non-eternal. Brahman, creation. Clay, pot. Clay is cause, pot is effect. Clay is eternal, pot is non-eternal. Brahman is cause, Jagat is effect. Brahman is eternal, Jagat is non-eternal. Simple logic. But wait. Again, we have to understand. Whatever exists as cause is what is eternal. Whatever is not existent as cause means always only as cause. If something exists as effect, cause, effect, in whichever relationship, then it is not eternal. Did you understand anything? No. Okay. We'll understand it. Before that, I have to say this because some people are still asking me about how to get the message for this videos when I upload it. You have to press the subscribe button. Every time, every class I start, somebody or other will ask the same question. So I'm repeating it again. You have to press the subscribe button. If you press the subscribe button, there will be a pop-up window. It will ask for all something. You press the all, and that's all. You will probably get the message. Why? You ask us, you need to subscribe, and you say probably, because I myself am not getting the message in my cell phone, which when I am uploading. I am uploading, so I should get a message now. I sometimes don't get the message. So you also sometimes won't get the message, but generally you will get message. That is the idea. Okay. Second thing, since you have come to this level, 18 shlokas, I can just skip this cause effect relationship discussion regarding this cause effect, etc. Because you know what cause and what is effect is. I can skip this, let you have the general knowledge, whatever general knowledge you already have, and I can go to the next shloka. But that is not the point. Since you have stuck with me for this 18 classes, I think you want to understand everything clearly, because if I'm going to skip this, then you are just going to beat around the bush and you don't understand anything at the end. I don't want you to have that, because you are sticking to me for the 18 class and you are going to stick to me for the rest of the classes. So I am going to give you the clear knowledge. Whatever is going to be and whatever has to be understood will be understood in detail. There is no escape here. Okay. And with regards to that, since you are here in the 18th plus 19th class, you can share with your people, friends. There is no issue here. You can tell them that there is a class if you like it. Okay. And about like and all that, the pressing the button of like and all that, that I'm not even going to say. Whether you like me or you don't like me, you press that button or don't, I don't care. The point is, this cause, I said, it is not couscous, it is cause I'm talking about. What is cause? Okay, let us take an example. I have milk. I put a little dough, and from milk you have this curd. When you prepare a proper we call it very pure auspicious kind of preparation for curd. We don't use the old curd. In the warm milk, you just put the tip of that stem of chili. That is enough. Stem of chili will make the curd. Okay. Now milk, then from milk curd. Milk is cause and curd is effect. Okay. Now this curd I'm churning and I'm taking butter. Curd is effect, curd is cause, and curd is the butter is effect. Curd, is it cause or effect? Curd is both cause and effect. With reference to milk, it is effect. With reference to butter, it is cause. That is why effect cause. Okay. Now butter is cause and the effect is the curd. The ghee. Butter is cause, effect is ghee. There is only cause effect. It stays only as effect. There is no cause. So something which exists as cause and effect, or something which exists as effect, meaning something which has, clearly listen, something which has association with effect is something which has association with effect is non-eternal. Listen to this very clearly. Something which has association with effect is non-eternal. Okay, we'll come to this later. Now, milk is a cause in this case. Okay. Similarly, Brahman is cause. It is not effect. It is not effect of anything. It is only cause. From Brahman, you have this. Wait, there is one issue here. What is the issue? Brahman is associated with the effect, because from the Brahman, effect comes into existence. That means Brahman also is a non-eternal. Because I said, if something has association with the effect, then that is a non-eternal. Brahman has association with the effect, the creation. Therefore, it is non-eternal. Right? No. Brahman is not directly associated with the effect. That is why I kept repeating, my disciple has come. So there is one monkey which always comes and sits. So monkeys. So Brahman, there are two words which we have to There are two words which we have to understand with respect to Brahman as cause. One is Niravayava. Nir-avayava. Avayava means parts, limbs. Nir means absence. Brahman is without limbs, without parts. Second is Nishkriya. Brahman is without activity. Kriya means activity. Brahman is without activity. Brahman is Niravayava, without limbs, without parts. Brahman is Nishkriya, without activities. These two are the adjectives which we know. We have to remember the inherent nature. The adjectives are inherent nature of Brahman. So there is no adjective relationship also. That also will bring in duality. There is no duality here. Okay. So these two words we have to remember. Niravayava and Nishkriya. Okay. So before entering to that thing, first we have to come back to this cause thing. Cause. What is cause? What is cause first? What is cause? I know milk is cause. Curd is cause for butter. Curd is effect of milk. Yes, but what is cause? Karya niyata purva vrittitvam karanatvam. What is cause? Karya niyata purva vritti. Karya niyata purva vritti. Karya means effect. Niyata means definitive. Purva means before. Vritti means existence. That which has definitive existence before the creation is, before the effect is cause. That which has definitive existence before the effect is called as cause. Let us understand it again. I am making the effect pot. What do I need? I need a clay, cause. I need a while I'm let us say I'm making pot now. I have clay, I have a wheel, either it is automatic or I have this stick to rotate the wheel. Okay, I have some water and clay, wheel, potter's wheel. I have water, stick, everything. Okay, and there is this monkey. For the potter, you will have his son or daughter, someone, or the donkey in which he brought the clay, that will also be there. The space above him, it will always be there, right? So these are all causes. These have definitive existence, right? So even though the monkey, the donkey, or the son or daughter of potter may sit there while the potter is making the pot, they don't have to exist there always. If one day the potter's wife says, I will take the kid to the shop, okay, the son is not there, does that mean he will not be able to pick pot? No. The donkey, it has gone for grazing, does it mean he will not be able to make the pot? No. So these donkey, monkey, this what do you call his son, etc., they are called anyatha siddha. The term is anyatha siddha. We use this term generally in the class when somebody is sitting and daydreaming in the class. He is anyatha siddha. He is useless. You don't need to count him. Some of us sit in the class and daydream. We don't have to count them really. So whatever is not counted in the list, that is called as anyatha siddha. Okay. Now we have the cause, which is that which has definitive existence before the effect, without which the effect is not possible. That is what is causes. And there in the cause, karana, there are two types of karana. One is upadana karana, the other is nimitta karana. We spoke about this upadana karana and nimitta karana earlier in the introduction while I was discussing about the creation by God, Ishvara. Okay. Now, since I always say this, since we are good people, we don't keep things in our heart, so I am repeating it again. There are two kinds of cause. One is upadana karana. The other is nimitta karana. Upadana karana means material cause. Nimitta karana means instrumental cause. Okay. Upadana karana. The definition of upadana karana means is karyanvitam karanam. Karya anvitam karanam. Anvita means that is interluding, that which exists in the effect. Karya anvitam. That which exists, that which interludes in the effect is that kind of cause is a material cause. Like a clay, we make pot. In the pot also there is existence of clay, right? So therefore, clay is a material cause for pot. Okay. So nimitta karana is a nimitta matram. It just exists as an instrument. That's all. There is no association whatsoever afterwards. When you break the pot does not merge in the potter. It merges in the material cause, not in the instrumental cause. It merges in the material cause. The pot merges in its material cause. What is the material cause for pot? Clay. Okay. So the material cause is clay. The pot merges in its material cause. Pot comes from its material cause. Pot merges in its material cause. Okay. Now, since we have to understand clay is something which is savayava. Savayava means with limbs. I already said with limbs. Brahman is niravayava. I wanted you to remember this word with respect to Brahman. Brahman is niravayava, without limbs. Whatever does not have limbs is eternal. Whatever has limbs is non-eternal. Niravayava, eternal, nitya. Savayava, anitya, non-eternal. How? See, I have a hair. I don't have hair now. Anyway, I have hair. I have nails. I have this body which grows, shrinks. All this grows and shrinks. Okay. So I have hair. I cut my hair. Okay. I have nails. I cut my nails. My body grows. I reduce my body. So all this can happen wherever there is with limb. The limb can be increased or decreased. The limbs can be increased or decreased. The limbs can be changed. But limbs can be changed. I can, if somebody has a hand cut, they'll change it, replace it with a mechanical hand, bionic hand. And one fellow, they said recently there was an accident in Israel. This fellow's head got chopped almost. There was only one link. They made an operation and stuck it to his body. When we say Ganapati story, they'll say, how can that happen? Now they have done it in Israel. Anyway, his own body, his own head. Anyway, that is a different thing. So the point is the material cause and instrumental cause. That which has limbs is always non-eternal because limbs can change. That which does not have limbs is always eternal. Is always eternal, is it? Do you know something which does not have limb, which is non-eternal or eternal? You don't even know if there is something which has no limbs. Because whatever you see, wall, door, pen, pencil, laptop, everything, they all have limbs. They have parts. The only thing which does not have a limb or part is other than self. Is a go to the cause, go to the cause, go to the cause. The final cause, which is Paramanu, the atom. Atom does not have any limbs. Atom does not have any limbs. The smallest part, whatever you call, whether you want to call it quark or atom or whatever, that does not have the limbs. If it has limbs, then we have to find something which does not have limbs. That is what is the Paramanu. Now, if atom is eternal because it does not have limbs, and Brahman is also eternal, then we have duality because we accept two eternalities. In Vedanta, nothing except the self is eternal. So how do you explain this? So we said during the time of association. I stressed upon the word time yesterday also. During the time of association of self and ignorance comes three things. One is a time, the other is space, the third is a causation, atom. Okay, so atom is also a product of a self. Therefore, we don't really care whether it's with parts or without parts. We are not interested in it. Vedanta is not interested in creation aspect. Okay, now we have this upadana karana and we have nimitta karana. We have both material cause and instrumental cause, which is separate with respect to the other things. Now, with respect to the creation, Brahman is what? Brahman is nimitta karana or upadana karana. He said, Brahma karyataha, mirdadi karyataha, like the mrid etc., like the clay etc. are the cause for pot. Brahman is cause for creation. Therefore, Brahman is a material cause, not instrumental cause. If Brahman is material cause, what is the instrumental cause? That will be a problem. If something is instrumental cause, then again we are following the school of duality, not non-duality. Therefore, Brahman, we don't accept it as a only material cause or only as instrumental cause. We accept Brahman as a abhinna nimitta upadana karana. Abhinna means non-dual. Nimitta instrumental, upadana material, karana cause. Brahman is both instrumental and material cause. Remember that. Brahman is both material and instrumental cause. So how do you know this? Brahman is the cause for the creation. For that he says, next sloka, sargam vaktyasya tasmadva ye tasmaditya pishrutihi sakashad brahmanas tasmat anityatvena samshayah. Sargam bhakti asya jagatah tasmadva ye tasmaditi api shruti. Shruti tasmadva ye tasmadityapi asya sargam bhakti. Sargam means creation. Sargam, srishti, rachana, these are all words used for creation. And these are all words they give, these are all names they give for females, because females are the creators. Right? So, sarga. What is sarga? Asya sargasya. As sargas is creation. For this jagat, this world, this universe, Shruti Bhakti. About regarding this, Shruti says. What does Shruti say? Tasmadva ye tasmad. From there, therefore. From there, this, from this, that. What is from this, that? Tasmadva ye tasmad is a Upanishadic statement. It is from Taittiriya Upanishad. Taittiriya Upanishad says, Tasmadva etasmad atmana akashas sambhutah akashad vayuhu vayoragnihi agnerapah abhyah prithvi prithivyamoshadayah oshadibhyonnam annat purushah, till that whole creation. Then again it's tasmadva tasmadva purusho samaya etc. This Shruti will continue. We are interested in only this creation aspect. Atmana akashas sambhutah. Atmanah, from the fifth case, Atmanah. From the Atma, akashas sambhuta, akasha, the ether, the space, sambhuta is created, is manifested. Wait. In the shloka, in the previous shloka, he said Brahma karyatah. It is an effect of Brahman. It came from Brahman, he said. Now the Shruti says, Atmanah akasha. From the Atma, the creation came into existence. Whether did it come from Brahman or did it come from Atma? We have to understand Brahman and Atma are names given to the same self. That which does not have any name. For that, for our transactional purpose, we give the name Brahman. We give the name Atma. So that is established. Brahman and Atma are one and the same. We established that. So, tasmadva etasmad, from this Atma, Akasha sambhutah. Akasha came into existence. How can the Akasha come into existence? From Brahman, Akasha, space cannot come into existence. Why? Atma is a Niravayava Nishkriya. Atma is a without limbs, so it cannot transform. Atma is Nishkriya, without activity, so it cannot produce any transformation. So where did this come from? So we have to add in between word. Atmana ajnanat akasha sambhutah. From the Atma, because of the ignorance, space came into existence. You understand? From the Atma, because of ignorance, the space came into existence. That is why we say Atma is not directly associated with the creation. It cannot do any creation because it is activityless, it is a limbless. Therefore, it cannot be part of any creation. It cannot have any association because only something which has limb can have association with something else. So, Atma cannot have, Brahman cannot have any association with creation. Therefore, it cannot be non-eternal anytime. But wait, you said when the ignorance under the self came into association, you said, oh, that is for a later kind of inquiry, not now. Now, Brahman is both material cause and instrumental cause, we said. But have we seen anything which is both material cause as well as instrumental cause? Whatever I see, there is only material cause or instrumental cause. I don't see anything material cause or both instrumental cause and instrumental cause. No. We have seen, but we didn't give so much of importance to it. The spider, the Shruti says, Yatha urna nabhi srajate grunati cha. Yatha urnabi, like the urna nabhi, srajate grunati cha. It creates and it also merges into itself. That is the example to show that there is the possibility of both material cause and instrumental cause. One and the same thing can be both material cause and instrumental cause. What does Urnabhi mean? Urnabhi means spider. Spider creates the web using its own saliva. Okay, it spins the web, and in that web gets stuck some insect. So it rolls it inside in that, and it eats it along with its web. So it takes back the web into itself. That which came from itself, it merges it into itself. So similarly, Brahman creates everything and merges into itself. It is possible. That's the example the Shruti says to establish that is this material cause and instrumental cause can be one and the same thing. There is no problem with that. We'll see this. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.